Coming up today, the NH Collection Centro Histórico in Buenos Aires. If you're considering booking any of the NH Collection properties in Argentina, I highly suggest that you watch this first. The full hotel tour and review starts in 15 seconds. Hi there, and welcome to this quick tour and review from my last night in Argentina. For more specific info about my rate and booking method, what I think a fair price for my room would be, and my roster videos and queue for the weeks coming up, please check out the pinned comment below. While the hotel is really well situated just off of Plaza de Mayo, the entrance is a bit wonky, just here. I didn't notice it and walked right by it, to be honest. I ended up going into the entrance of the normal NH hotel, which is also attached to it. Even though the small standee sign outside said NH Collection, when I attempted to check in here, my hopes and dreams were crushed, and I was told to go next door. I'll note though, that first impressions of this part of the hotel were actually pretty decent. So I went back to the street and finally found my entrance that I was looking for, which I had been confusing with a parking garage. Before we head inside, let's take a quick look at the area. This neighborhood goes by around 7 different names, so I'm just going to stick with Microcentro, which of course means that it's smack in the middle of the downtown area of the city. The hotel is around a quarter block away from Plaza de Mayo itself, which is where of course you'll be able to find Casa Rosada, the Argentine presidential palace. Just a few blocks in the other direction is the expansive 9 de Julio Avenue, which you may already know is the widest avenue in the world and the primary north-south artery in the downtown area. Okay, continuing into my fancy NH hotel. Now, to be clear, this was my last night in Buenos Aires. I had a 6 a.m. flight the next morning, and I chose this hotel for the price and the location. The fact that it has a great view from the roof was just a bonus. I also wanted to try out an NH Collection hotel. There are multiple of them in the city, and while I've stayed at an NH property in Europe before, which I have favorable memories of, I'd never experienced a collection property. As you can probably see already, from the other normal NH to here, it's a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde thing going on. For some reason, the nicer hotel feels a bit dingier. So let's head up to the roof, at least to get some fresh air. Would you be surprised to know that the rooftop pool is on the roof of the other hotel? So, when we take the elevator, we're going to go up to the 5th floor, walk to the end of the hallway, where we'll find the nice size fitness center, and then get in another elevator, and we're going to take that down to the ground floor. I'm not joking, I swear. Now, we're in the other hotel, so we're going to walk across their lobby, and then take another elevator to get up to the top floor, where we're deposited into the middle of a small spa area. While the pool itself is a bit shabby, the view and the vantage point up here was the high point, no pun intended, of the hotels. If we look across, this green and white beauty is our actual hotel, which has 67 rooms. Speaking of which, let's reverse that journey and go down and take a look at the room that I stayed in. The room itself is a funny little design, but I don't think I'm mad at it. For the footprint of the room, the central desk and open bathroom works, and made repacking and working pretty convenient. There are plenty of outlets throughout the room, and surprisingly, some also integrated into the headboard itself. The minibar was not exactly exciting, but I was happy to have my one Nespresso capsule, which you could buy more of in the lobby if you'd like. Then, we have perhaps the quirkiest part of the room, the closets. I still for the life of me can't figure out what the benefit is to having them all separate units like this, but they're certainly unique. Overall, the room was okay, and we're talking about like a $60 per night room, with a good exchange rate that is. So no one's really expecting the Mandarin here. The bathroom was well laid out and, most importantly, clean. Last up on this quick tour, we have a view from the room itself. Similar to the rooftop, but as we can see, just set back from the street a bit more. Because my stay here was so short, I didn't even have a chance to try any of the food on offer, but I'm just gonna guess that it was something like a 7. And that's all there is to write, so let's get into the flip-flop score. If you're expecting a premium hotel, you're gonna be disappointed. If you just need a clean place to lay your head near Plaza de Mayo, this, or one of the other NH Collection hotels, might be for you. The lowest point for me was the condition of the room. Nothing major, but lumpy pillows, dinged furniture, scratched tables, you get the picture. All of those little things add up. The location though, if you want to be central, it can't really be beat. Overall, a 76 out of 100. It might not be the most exciting hotel I reviewed, but it served its purpose, and I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for 2 new flight or hotel reviews each week. Next up, we have my business class flight on Airlines Argentinas from Buenos Aires to Rio de Janeiro.